Hello again. Thought I'd put out another video today. Some of you may have read on eCat World that the previous interview I did with Andrea Rossi was actually the second interview I'd done in a couple of days. The first interview was, I had some really bad problems with my internet connection, and the result was pretty much unusable. So what I decided to do was just to transcribe that first interview. And so what I'll do here is just read you the transcription. So this was done on, I believe it was the 28th of December. And a lot of the information that we covered was similar to the second interview, but there may be a few details that didn't come through. So I'll just read the transcript here with my questions and then Andrea Rossi's answers. Could you tell us how this partnership came about? What were the events leading up to this partnership being established? I would say that the Latina test has been disruptive in this sense. We had many requests of many kinds, most of them interesting. We have chosen the one that is most promising for the development of our work. What will be the role of this new entity? I assume there's been a new entity. Well, we agreed upon a license to allow them to have the world exclusive to manufacture the ECAT, and also the commercial exclusive with some exceptions in some geographic areas. So basically, they are going to make an important factory which will supply also jobs. My function will be the one to direct the installment of this factory, of all the production lines. I matured already the know-how during these years and during all the changes we made to the ECAT. What does this mean for Leonardo Corporation? Does Leonardo Corporation still exist? Yes, Leonardo Corporation will continue to exist to support the activity of our partner. My role in their activity will be the role of the chief scientist, but Leonardo's research and development laboratories will continue to live, and this will be at the service of the new partner. Will you keep your current development team? Part of it will be hired by the partner. Some elements that I will suggest to them to give them immediate help will go with them. I will retain another part of my team. Does this mean that your partner will now be involved in the development of the technology as well as manufacturing? Yes, we will collaborate also on that issue. Currently, you are offering various models of the ECAT for pre-order. Will that change? Will you be going to offer new types of ECATs based on this new collaboration? Not so far, but probably yes, in the future, because the evolution will go ahead. Of course, the partner will maintain all the engagements that Leonardo has generated about the pre-orders. Will it be possible in the future for other partnerships to be formed? Or will this be an exclusive partnership for manufacturing? No, they will have the exclusive for my intellectual and prototype production. But it is possible that they will make future partnerships. So they could form further partnerships with other organizations if it was in the best interest for everybody? Yes. So if there is somebody who approaches you, Andrea, and says, I would like to be a licensee, or I would like to be a reseller of ECAT technologies, what would your answer be to them? To them, for now, there will be no answer. When the activity of our partner will start, we will address them to our partner. So right now, all other arrangements would be on hold until everything is in place with your partner. Yes, exactly. Who will then be in ultimate control of ECAT going forward? Is it you? Is it them? Is it joint control? We are working on that. We are on the same wavelength, so I don't think there will be problems. I'm sure there will be a collaboration of decisions. Some people have worried that if somebody else gets control, then ECAT technology will be buried and no one will ever use it. No, that is not possible. You've mentioned that a mega factory is being prepared. correct. In one location, the main factory, yes, it will be in one location. Surely there will be satellites around the world to facilitate the activity, because as any global concern does. Now, the building that is being prepared, is it already in place, or do you have to start completely from zero? It is a building in place that has to be updated. When do you think this partnership will be revealed publicly? I cannot answer this question. I can say so far the issue is under NDA. Obviously, when the global activity will begin, when the deliveries will begin, there will be, I suppose, an important communication that will be worldwide. Do you expect that you will still need to meet that pre-order threshold, the 1,100,000 watt units? Is that still necessary before you start? With them, we already reached it. Okay, that's good news. You're accepting pre-orders still, I'm assuming. Of course, we are accepting new pre-orders, of course. What does the future hold for yourself? As a chief scientist, I will direct the research and development division. And you'll be doing that for the rest of your life, I assume. Yes. I'm assuming that this new partnership will have all the intellectual property that is necessary, so that once you are no longer living on this earth, the work will be able to go forward. Of course. So they will have all the information and all the necessary trade secrets, patents, etc., the intellectual property, of course, all the know-how, and all the pages, and all the papers I produced in the last 20 years. Obviously, most of them have not been published. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of pages. Without getting into who these people are, do they have the technological personnel there to understand and carry on the work that you have been doing? Yes, of course. So it sounds like they have high technological capabilities. Yes. Thank you very much. And that was the end of the interview. I wanted to also bring up a question and answer that appeared on the Journal of Nuclear Physics, which is Andrea Rossi's blog, on January 2nd. I thought it was quite important and useful. This was from a reader called Larry G. And he says, "Dear Dr. Rossi, can you confirm that, 1, the partner entity already has a manufacturing site? 2, this building will be used to produce the first wave of ECATs. 3, the first production will be made in large scale. 4, this building will be expanded to a full 3.5 million square feet of manufacturing space. 5, we do not have to wait for the expansion to be complete to see the first production units shipped." And Ross's response to all those points was yes to all the points. So I thought that was quite interesting, because he mentioned in the second interview I did with him that the building would be, the mega factory would be 3.5 million square feet, which I wasn't quite sure whether that meant that it is now 3.5 million square feet, or if that's going to be in the future. And it sounds like that's the size of it eventually. Because I know that there have been people going online and looking to see where is there a 3.5 million square feet factory in the world. And there's only about, I don't think there's even 10 of them at the moment. So it sounds to me like it's not one of those in the top 10. Who knows what size it is right now, but it's certainly something that will be very large when it's completed. And honestly, I think it has to be. You think about the demand for the ECAT, what it will be if it really is everything that Rossi says it is. I mean, the demand is going to be enormous. I don't think we can probably even conceive of how great the demand will be, because, I mean, this is, in my opinion, it's an ideal electricity source. Electricity generated from a box that's not attached to anything. You don't have any of the concerns about sunlight with solar panels or wind with wind turbines, and of course it sounds like they're much, much more compact than either of those. This 3.5 million factory might not be able to keep up. I don't think it'll be able to keep up with demand. Once the word gets out and once people really realize what's going on here. So I thought that was interesting. And I'm really impressed with what's gone on. As I've said many times, I've been following this story for years, and there have been many, many predictions about how the ECAT will never happen, how it's either just a complete delusion or it's not practical, or, Rossi doesn't have the capability as a businessman to make a global organization. And I think he's done a smart thing here, and I think partnering with a major entity is about the best thing he could have done at this point, because I don't think if it was just Leonardo Corporation on its own to start from scratch and build up a massive company, I don't think it would be very easy. And so anyway, that's my other interview, and we'll just keep watching and seeing what happens. Thank you very much.